it's hard to put into words just how effective the review Alchemy tool is. So I own a digital marketing agency for the past 20 years, and we produce thousands of social media posts for our clients every month. And so we're always looking for ways to create new and effective social posts, that aren't just the regular, hey, look at me, look at me kind of things. So we used to post reviews just in a template. So we create a nice little template with the logo and everything, and then post the review directly in it. And then some of the reviews we would actually start producing ads because they were really good reviews, and so we'd take pieces of it and kind of start producing an ad with it, and then use some images from the client. And that's great. I mean, and I recommend everybody do that, but that's not what this tool does. This tool goes above and beyond anything to do with that. And so it's built on psychological frameworks and social posting best practices, and it really pulls together all of the highest converting social posts and triggers and frameworks and builds them all into this tool. So the tool takes all of these little nuggets of information from your reviews and then pulls them out and then creates these social media posts on 4 different platforms. So again, kind of tough to explain, but here's the software here, right? So we're just going to click to begin, and then it's going to ask for your company name, what you do, your URL, and your city, and then of course the actual review itself. And so I've got a review ready, and if this is a legitimate review from a legitimate client of ours for a custom home builder. So it's not some fancy review. So here it is, just the name of the company, right? And then the review itself. Okay, we're just proud owners. We bought, we worked with them. It's just a really good review. Okay. So now the software is going to find the psychological triggers and build this marketing gold table from pieces that it pulls out of the actual reviews. So here in the first one, you can see it says treated like partners on the build. So that was a piece that they extracted from the full review text, which you can see on the next column over, and it's highlighted or bolded. And then there's a psychological trigger on the next column, and that's basically the trigger that they're using to create or what that piece of marketing gold is psychologically based on, right? So this one says unity and liking. There's contrast, pattern, interrupt, trust, consistency. So it doesn't really matter what the psychological trigger is. Just know that it's built into the back of the framework. And then there's a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, of just how powerful that one is. Okay, so there's three different angles. These are called angles, right, when it pulls out this marketing gold. So there's 3 different angles, and the first one, treated like partners on the build. Second, not a custom home, but feels custom. The next one, support that lasts long after move-in. Okay, so from these 3 angles, the tool is going to create 4 different social posts, 1 per platform, tailored specifically for the platforms, based on that psychological trigger or psychological gold extraction. So here's the output, and again, okay, so we're just treated like partners was the first one, and this is a Facebook post, okay? So this says, ever feel like builders disappear once the paperwork's signed? Veronica expected a transaction. What she got was a partnership. From day one, she says she was treated like partners on the build, even though this wasn't a custom home. Questions, answered. Input, valued. Respect, constant. That's what happens when your builder actually builds with you, not just for you. Ready for home building experience that feels human again? White Wolf Homes. So it's just such a well-crafted social post, and it's not like something else that you see out there, right? And it's based on this review, right? So it's coming from somebody actually said this about the company, right? So there's more power in that somebody else said it. It's not just you saying, hey, we're awesome, right? And then included is a prompt that you can just type and paste or copy paste into either the platform itself. So for now, we'll just paste it here and let that run while we review the rest of the stuff here. So the next one is, so again, these are tailored for the platform, and that's why there's no hashtags here, because Facebook doesn't use hashtag, or it's not relevant in Facebook. And then the Instagram post, right? It's going to be shorter. So it says, ever been treated like just another file? Veronica was expecting that, but got something totally different. We were treated like partners on the build. Questions answered and input respected, communication on point. That is what building together looks like, and it shows in every detail. Link in bio. So again, here you can't put a link into an Instagram post, and it's tailored for that specific platform. So it says link in bio, and then there's hashtags because Instagram uses hashtags. And again, a different image that specifically for that platform, and a specific ratio for that platform. And then LinkedIn is going to be a little more professional, right? So too many builds feel transactional. Veronica's experience didn't. She shared that from the very beginning. They were treated like partners on the build. That level of collaboration doesn't happen by accident. It comes from strong leadership, long-term thinking, and respect for the homeowner's voice. Partnership-driven building isn't just better for clients, it produces better homes. Learn how we approach every build, White Wolf Homes. And then this says, it's a LinkedIn post, so it does have hashtags. Okay, and then there's a different post, 1-to-1, because of the ratio changes. And then for Google Business Profile, we're not writing like a blog here, right? It's just somebody trying to see they're interested in your company, or they're deciding on who to choose. And so these kind of posts need to be kind of hit you hard, and it has to be about the quality and the benefits of working with that builder. So not just a builder, a partner. Veronica shared that she was treated like partners on the build, even though her home wasn't custom. That's the White Wolf difference. Communication, respect, and care from day one. Explore our homes. So just nice and short and powerful, right? Just well written. And then, so this is just one of the angles, right? And then it'll go into the second angle. So I'm not going to read through all of this, but there's an angle, angle 2 has Facebook and Instagram, and then LinkedIn, and then, all the image prompts and stuff. And then again, there's 3 angles for this one review, right? So then there's 4 more posts. So this one review got 12 different social media posts, all tailored specifically for the platform. And then if you ran it again, on the same review, you possibly get another angle that it pulls out of it. But then, you can just keep putting in reviews, and we suggest like 4 to 6 because you just don't want to overwhelm the system if it takes out too many angles from each of the different reviews. And then here's the image built as partners, so it takes some text from whatever the marketing gold extract was, and then overlays it on the image. And so this is just a ChatGPT image, because this platform is built on ChatGPT. If you would rather, anytime you're going to put images in, your images are best, right? Use your own custom images or your own images from your company. But otherwise, Google's Gemini Nano Banana is probably the best one right now. And then this one here. And if you don't like it, you can just copy paste another one in. Okay. So that's it for Review Alchemy. I hope you were as excited about it as we were building it. And we're using it daily for our clients, and we hope you love it as much as we do.